No, it's not really that kind of video. But I wanted to do a little channel update for you all. Over all these years I've ran this channel, I've always tried to be very transparent with all of you, whether that's with sponsors, finances, the state of the channel, economy, basically everything that a lot of people who work on YouTube might not talk about. They just do it behind the scenes and then never mention it. But I've always liked to be transparent with you, and this is another step in that direction. I do talk a lot about these things on the live streams, but obviously not everyone watches those, and if you miss one, you might have missed something I said, whatever. So I figured I'd do this channel update, as I haven't done that in quite a while, as I've got some good news and some bad news. Very excited for the good news, but I will get to that later in the video. I'll try to put some chapters as well in case you don't want to watch the full video. But I thought we'd start off with just simply the state of the channel, because I get asked pretty much every live stream, do you still do it full time? What's your plan moving forward? Are you going to change your name? Are you going to cover this game? Or are you going to do that? So let's just talk about it, so you guys know. So the state of the channel, obviously it declined after the cancellation of Battlefront 2 in 2020, right? 2020, yeah, so it's almost 3 years ago now. That was understandable. I know that's the downside of my channel being focused on one game, but although before that even I tried to focus on all Star Wars games, and that's kind of what I do now. But yeah, it did go down. And basically in the beginning of last year I was at the point where I could no longer do it full time unless something changed. And well, luckily LEGO Star Wars arrived. My main channel did really well again. And I was happy to see that even though I do have my name, which is limiting but also not limiting, I'll get to that in a minute. My channel pulled in some LEGO Star Wars videos getting like hundreds of thousands of views, which was more than I even got at like the Battlefront 2 peak. So at least that to me proved that other Star Wars games can definitely work on my channel. And most importantly, my second channel absolutely exploded. Last year I got, I think, 45 million views on my second channel, which is, well, puts that year at by far any biggest year I've had on YouTube, no matter if the launch of Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2. So the second channel really saved me that year, last year, and I had a lot of fun because it felt like I could talk about all stuff, all Star Wars stuff. The main channel, whatever I do, like movie stuff, series stuff, it doesn't do very well, honestly. But on that channel, the clips, phenomenal. Whether I talked about LEGO Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Andor, random Easter eggs, old clips from Star Wars, all of that did really well, and I'm really having a lot of fun with it. But obviously that also died down, as that channel it can do well with like old Easter eggs and stuff, but obviously the big parts were the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Andor, and LEGO Star Wars. So now that channel is also kind of not dead, but decline, but slowly going up again. But we do have Mandalorian coming out, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, so there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So to my point, right now, the bad news, I guess, as you guys might know who have followed me a long time, I have been sponsored by Elgato and G Fuel for 4 to 5 years, which has given me so much financial stability, and it's really helped me be able to do this without having to worry about having a bad month. Unfortunately, I lost Elgato as a sponsor in December, when my contract ran out. So that did put a lot more instability, or lose a lot of stability basically, especially when you don't bring in the most consistent views. But luckily, just a couple of days ago, I was able to come to terms with G Fuel, so I'm super excited to continue working with them, as they've been amazing. I mean, I still have so fond memories of when we released my custom shaker, and it sold out in, I think, less than 24 hours or 48 hours. So I'm very stoked to continue working with G Fuel. But with the loss of Elgato and views being unstable, I'm at the point right now where I shouldn't be able to do it full time with what I'm making right now. Luckily, since last year was good and I've always made sure to save up X amount of months in advance, I am committed to at least doing this until the summer full time. If nothing changes until then, if I don't get my views up or anything like that, then yeah, I'm gonna have to start looking for another job. And that's fine. I've done this 6 years full time now, which is quite insane. When I started, I was basically ready to get an extra job at any day, and I've still been able to make it work for 6 years. So if it comes to the day this summer when I have to get another job, that's fine. won't stop doing YouTube, I'll just have to do it less. However, I'm not done yet. I'm not giving up the idea of continuing this full time, because like I said, the big stuff is coming in a couple of months. Mandalorian Season 3, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Celebration, which will hopefully boost both my channels up. So, all is not lost. I might as well... It might be like last year when I thought at the beginning of the year, I can't do this anymore, and boom, it explodes, and all of a sudden, I'm doing well again. So, we'll see what happens with that, but I really wanted to update you with, well, the status of that, basically. And also why I'm focusing so much on the second channel. Like, I might do a video on the main channel maybe only once a week or once every 2 weeks, and then obviously multiple streams every week, but that's more for fun. The streams, like I've said, are pretty much purely for fun, as they don't make barely any money. But I just really enjoy streaming more than anything else, because I get to interact with all of you directly, versus the clip channel that's where I bring in the views, if that makes sense. So I also wanted to mention quickly this question, since I get asked about it pretty much on every stream. Why don't you change your name? Should you change your name? And my answer is, I don't think I would benefit from it, to be honest. Yes, my name is very specific. It might confuse some new viewers, but the LEGO Star Wars videos proved to me that it's not a big deal. I got hundreds of subscribers from some of those videos and hundreds of thousands of views, and I don't remember seeing any comments saying, why do you have Battlefront in your name? I don't want to watch your LEGO Star Wars videos. On the other hand, the positive thing about this is that almost every stream, or occasionally on videos, or Twitter even, I'll have someone be like, oh shit, I watched your videos 5 years ago. It's awesome to see that you're still going. I'm gonna subscribe now, I'm gonna watch your stream, whatever. So that I would lose if I changed my name, obviously. I just don't think there's much of benefit to be had from it. I mean, you might have noticed I don't say welcome to Battlefront Updates in the videos anymore, because I just get straight to the point. I think you get my point. I think it works to keep that name. I've had it. This year is actually the 10th year of this channel. In June, it's going to be the 10th year anniversary. I'll make sure to do something fun for that. Plus, I do now have the second channel, which again brings in most of the views, which is not called Battlefront. I'm happy I made that channel like probably 8 years ago, but kind of just didn't do anything with it until last year, as Elliot Unleashed is a way more generic name that can be used for... This doesn't even have to be Star Wars, to be honest, but I'm focusing mostly on Star Wars now. I might squeeze in some other stuff too. But I think that's really all in terms of channel update, my plans. But now to the exciting stuff, the Sheev merch. You senators might already have seen this, since I asked you guys for some feedback. So what is this? What's the deal with it? Well, at least for me, I have like 20 Star Wars shirts maybe in my wardrobe, all with big colorful prints, and I tend to not really want to wear them unless it's like a Star Wars Celebration gaming event, or yeah, I don't know. It's not that it's bad to have Star Wars shirts, don't get me wrong, but I've always wanted something more subtle. I've seen some official designs, a few that are like, whether it's the logo on the side or something, so I was like, why can I create something that would not look Star Warsy to a non-Star Wars fan? But if you are a Star Wars fan, well, Sheev, you know who Sheev is, right? And you see the Orabesh here too. So that was kind of the mindset of this merch, and I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. It did have get very good feedback when I asked you guys for you senators to, well, basically give feedback on the design. So I'm hoping some of you will like it, but it might just be me who wants the subtle Star Wars merch as well, if that makes sense. I mean, I like both of them. I think there's room for both. So this is kind of a test, and I've moved on from TeePublic, which I used before, to Fourth Wall, who makes really quality stuff in terms of the back end, like the website. Now I've got a proper website, and the quality of the merch. You might know some really big people use it, like Marcus Brownlee, Philip DeFranco. Well, there's plenty more. All the stuff they have, all their merch, is the same products that I have now, just that with my prints, obviously. So I'm really excited for it. I just got the merch a couple of days ago, and I'm absolutely loving this hoodie. It's way better than any of the other hoodies I have, because it fits much better. It's not like super loose and very thin, but it's a great hoodie in my opinion. And obviously we got t-shirts as well. Two versions, one more loosely fitted cotton one, and one tri-blend, which is a little bit more slim, depending on which style you want. I couldn't really make up my mind, so I was like, why not add both? So I might sell 2 of these shirts. I have no idea. But I would love to make this into something I can have on both my channels and promote, because instead of bringing in a new sponsor, having your own products is so much more fun and easier, because I can promote it as much or as little I want. I can do it whenever I want. I can literally listen to what do you guys want and then sort that out, because they have so many products there, everything from like plushies to pillows to jackets, and all that you can get customized. There are some limitations, like all the stuff I'm doing now is print on demand, which means I make way less per shirt. But the good thing is that they can, well, print as many or as few as you order. The big names obviously do like print 1,000 of them and then we'll sell it. So they make way more per sale, but it's more risky, if that makes sense. And another good thing I want to mention that was really important to me is that these are produced both in Europe and the US, so you will get reasonable shipping rates no matter where you live. That was a huge problem for me with TeePublic, as they only sent from the US, so all you Europeans got like insane shipping fees and import taxes and whatnot, but that should not be a problem this time around. And lastly, they also have this cool feature where whoever orders pops up in an app they have, and I can then send you a video message and thank you for it, and you can ask for something if you want in the comments and I'll say whatever you want. Almost anything you want, okay? But yeah, very smooth to set up. I like the website. Again, this is like the first run. If this does well, if I see the feedback and the demand for more clean, subtle Star Wars stuff, because again, obviously I can't put official Star Wars on it, I would love to do more, whether it's this particular type of design or similar stuff, other products. It's easy to set up with Fourth Wall, and I can easily run it by you guys as well. So I'm excited to see if this will have any effect at all. Again, if only 5 people buy it, I'll still be happy. There's almost no upfront cost for me, just a little bit. So I would love to hear what you guys think, and it will obviously greatly support the channel if you decide to buy anything. So yeah, now I've been rambling for quite some time, and I feel like I've covered all the stuff I wanted to cover. Hopefully some of you guys are still watching this video, and yeah, plenty of content to come this year on both channels, videos, live streams. Obviously The Mandalorian is the next big thing, and that will mostly be focused on my second channel, but I'll do my discussion streams and things on the main channel. Maybe the occasional long video like top 10 things or whatever, we'll see, but generally speaking, the second channel does way better with this series. So I think that was all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching the channel for this many years. Let me know the feedback on the merch, and if you buy anything, well, I'll get a notification, I'll see your name and I'll send you a video. But if you do, post it on social media, tag me, whether it's Instagram or Twitter, BF Updates on Instagram, SWBF Updates on Twitter. Tag me in those pictures so I can retweet them, share them. I'd love to do that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.